Saint Kitts and Nevis are two leeward islands with the Atlantic Ocean to their east coasts and the Caribbean Sea to their west. They are situated south of the famous hideaway of St. Bart's and slightly west of St. John's. This twin destination is as rich in history as it is in picturesque beaches and lush landscapes because it was one of the earliest colonies formed in the Caribbean. There are a lot of great things to do in Saint Kitts and Nevis because it is set against the stunning natural beauty of coves and cloud-covered mountains, and there's also a great collection of beaches to discover on both islands. Keep on watching to see more of what the islands have to offer. Number 1. Brimstone Hill Fortress. For its photo opportunities, this Gibraltar of the West Indies should be one of one's itinerary. On a clear day, you can see up to 6 other islands if you hike to the highest slopes of the island. Alternatively, you might explore the interior of the fort, roam around the grounds, and take pictures of distant villages or the vivid colors of the Caribbean Sea. Brimstone Hill Fortress is one of the best preserved forts in the Americas, if history is more of your thing than photography. It was made a national park in 1985, and in 1999, it was inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Recent visitors claim that Brimstone Hill Fortress is more than just a brief stop on an island tour. If you have the time, set aside at least 2 hours to spend exploring its grounds. Many visitors were awed by how well kept it is and the breathtaking views it offers. The fortress, which is situated in western St. Kitts, is accessible every day beginning 9:30 in the morning to 5:30 in the afternoon. Adult admission is $10, while youth admission is $5. Visit the fort's website for further details and assistance with visit planning. Number 2. Wali Beach. Before you start savoring the unlimited margaritas from the on-site beach bar, try pronouncing the name of this beach, which is Wali. And since Wali's chairs and hammocks are free to use for as long as you do, you'll want to eat and drink on this beach. In the crystal clear seas, you can also go snorkeling, and there are rental kiosks for other water activities. There are many businesses on Wali shore, but just 2 of them are scuba safaris and windsurf and mountain bike Nevis. Compared to some of the other shorelines on these islands, visitors claim that the sand on this beach is smooth and less rough. The nice and quiet seas at this beach were also appreciated by many. Wali Beach is conveniently situated in Nevis, north of PINNEY'S, and is accessible from Saint Kitts. In order to go to the nearby pier and walk to shore, water taxis can pull up just next to it. Number 3. PINNEY'S Beach. One of the 2 islands' most well-known beaches is on Nevis' western coast. The beach's silky saffron-colored sands frequently appear on the glossy pages of tourist magazines, and most visitors agree that the beach lives up to its reputation. There are numerous beach snack shacks nearby, as well as plenty of parking. Yet several guests comment that PINNEY'S is a bit more rustic than they had anticipated. You shouldn't be shocked if you notice 1 or 2 pelicans fishing in the distance or occasionally run into muddy water. Just keep in mind that PINNEY'S is the longest beach on Nevis, stretching for almost 4 miles. If you don't like the view, simply walk a few steps down to find less soiled sands and clearer water. However, several tourists caution that when cruise ships are in port, it may become crowded. Spread your towel and prepare to spend some time at PINNEY'S, a public beach that is open every single day. On-site businesses can schedule water sports activities as well as rent beach chairs and umbrellas. Number 4. Kakoshao Bay. Kakoshao Bay, one of St. Kitts' most well-known beaches, is situated on the southernmost point of the island and faces Nevis, providing spectacular views of the latter. Travelers' feet are brushed by the tranquil, jewel-toned waves as they journey along the beach's pristine white beaches. 2 kilometers long, Kakoshao Bay is also the location of a few trendy beach bars, including a well-regarded reggae spot and seafood restaurants. Visitors are advised to arrive early to stake out some excellent beach real estate because the beaches can become congested when cruise ships are in dock. Many caution beachgoers to be on the lookout for monkey merchants who tempt you to hold them while taking pictures, for which they expect to be paid. Access to Kakoshao Bay Beach is free, but you might need money to hire chairs or pay for conch fritters and drinks at a beach bar. Number 5. Frigid Bay. Are you seeking a lovely beach with a bustling atmosphere? For you, Frigid Bay is the beach. Due to its proximity to some of the top hotels and areas with the hottest entertainment and shopping on the islands, Frigid buzzes with activity day and night. The phrase area really refers to two distinct beaches that are situated along a narrow stretch in the middle of Saint Kitts. The nicest vistas and finest sand may be found in the North Frigid Bay, which also has climbable coconut palms and sea grapes that can be picked. North Frigid Bay overlooks the Atlantic Ocean. Nonetheless, South Frigid Bay on the Caribbean Sea is the hub of the eateries that transform into bars after sunset. Vibes Beach Bar and Mr. X's Shigadi Shack are particularly well liked. Although the water is suitable for swimming on both sides, you should swim when the cruise ships are in port. Otherwise, whichever side you pick, you'll have plenty of company in the water. Number 6. Royal Saint Kitts Golf Club. The resort course in Basseterre, located on the island of Saint Kitts between Half Moon Bay and North Frigid Bay, was opened in the middle of 1970s, and for more than 25 years, a large number of out-of-town golfers delighted in its charming qualities. Nevertheless, at the turn of the 2000s, the course layout was clearly outdated, and the management of the Marriott hotel chain, which manages it, wanted to completely revamp it. They hired renowned Canadian designer Tom McBroom to do this. The 125 acres of the Royal Saint Kitts Golf Club, a par 71 course with 80 bunkers and 10 water hazards, are maintained. Several golfers have said that the holes are difficult and the views are amazing. Visitors also remark on how well maintained the course is and how kind and helpful the staff is. The Saint Kitts Marriott Resort in Basseterre has a golf course on its property. For 18 holes, green fees can cost up to $165, but there are savings available for hotel guests and 9-hole games. Furthermore, club rentals and lessons start at 5 a.m., so you can start your round of golf to 8 p.m. For more information and prices, visit the official website. Number 7. Saint Kitts Scenic Railway. Originally constructed in the early 1900s, this railroad carried sugarcane from the fields of Basseterre, the country's capital. Today, a magnificent and educational excursion for tourists is provided by the railway as it winds through miles of Saint Kitts Mountains. The double-decker train cars have an open-air upper deck that provides 360-degree vistas and several photo opportunities. You'll learn about the historic sugarcane estates along the road and take in breathtaking views of the ocean, cliffs, and lush vegetation. Also, complimentary beverages like rum punch, daiquiris, soda, and water are provided through the 3-hour tour trip. Keep in mind that during the previous 30-mile trip, around 12 miles were covered via bus rather than train. Previous visitors praised this scenic train journey, stating that it is enjoyable and that the choir singing on board is a lovely touch. They also praised the tour guides for their superior knowledge. Several people have commented that this excursion is somewhat costly, depending on whether you purchase the tour through a cruise ship or through tour operators like Viator. The cost of the tour varies on specific days. At Port Zante, where guests board shuttle vans to the train, the tour departs. Go to the railroad's website for more details. Number 8. Romney Manor. These grounds, which cover around 8 acres, have a long history that dates to the 1600s. There is substantial evidence that the area was home to Carib Indian chiefs Tegreman's Hamlet before the European conquest of the island, which started in 1623. Caribel Batik, a store selling handcrafted batik items that it first started making back in the 1970s, now calls the mansion home. The Wingfield Estate Sugar Plantation ruins, which are also a major historical monument with a collection of indigenous petroglyphs, are located close to the house. Number 9. The National Museum of Saint Kitts. Before Port Zante and the circus in Basseterre, there is a small museum called the National Museum of Saint Kitts. It is housed in a late 19th century treasury building. The museum, which houses a variety of exhibits on local history and cultural heritage, is one of the top sites cruise passengers and yachties visit after disembarking at the port. There is a minor entrance fee to enter the museum's upper floor, which houses the majority of the exhibits and photo galleries. There is a gift shop downstairs where you can buy various trinkets and entry is free. The museum may be small, but it's charming. Ancient Front is an excellent place for pictures. Number 10. Saint Kitts Eco Park. The Saint Kitts Eco Park near Sandy Point is a lush parkland with numerous flower and herb gardens, a greenhouse, a hedge maze, and agricultural exhibits. This area of Sir Gillis Estate will be ideal for families searching for a fun, educational escape after enjoying the beaches of Saint Kitts. The park combines the contemporary with the old, giving both futuristic solar-powered farming equipment in the gardens and a Victorian plantation-style atmosphere with historic cannons and gas lighting. When you stroll around the orchid nursery, take in the breathtaking views from the watchtower or challenge the family to a maze challenge. Discover unusual species of orchids in a variety of colors. Trying to figure out a way to distinguish your Saint Kitts Nevis trip from other Caribbean spots? We hope we were able to provide an answer to that question. Also, check out this other video if you want to visit Cambodia. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more of our top 10 prime picks.